Donald Trump loves to tell the story of how he not only swooped in and saved Ron DeSantis' failing campaign for governor during his first run in 2018, but he also loves to talk about the fact that he sent the FBI down there to South Florida to stop that election from allegedly being stolen so that Ron DeSantis could win. In fact, on November 10th of this past year, right after the midterms, Trump said, quote, "After the race, when the votes were being stolen by the corrupt election process in Broward County, and Ron was going down 10,000 votes a day along with now Senator Rick Scott, I sent in the FBI and the U.S. attorneys, and the ballot theft immediately ended, just prior to them running out of the votes necessary to win. I stopped his election from being stolen." That is what Trump said on Truth Social on November 10th of 2022. The very next day, here's what happened. NBC News sent a Freedom of Information request to the FBI. They said, hey, the former president who was in charge of the FBI at the time, as president, he's saying that he sent FBI agents down there along with U.S. attorneys to South Florida to stop the steal. So could you give us the records on that? Freedom of Information Act request. Here you go. We just want to see what happened. And finally, last week, the FBI sent a letter back to NBC News, which they reported on yesterday, that said, basically, what are you talking about? We didn't send anybody down to Florida. There were no U.S. attorneys that went down there. There's literally no record of anything you're asking for, NBC News. So what the FBI did in their statement of "we have no idea what you're talking about" is they admitted that Donald Trump is, once again, a filthy little liar. His entire story about sending in the FBI to save Ron DeSantis, and by extension Rick Scott, he says, didn't happen. It was a total and complete fabrication. This isn't just Donald Trump lying or misrepresenting something that happened, okay? We have seen him do that over the years plenty of times, more times than we can count. In fact, his CPAC speech was so filled with lies, the fact checkers at CNN actually had to give up keeping track of them. Washington Post documented at least 25,000 different lies Trump told while president. This one strikes me as a little bit different because this isn't, manipulation of the truth. This is an outright fabrication of an event that never happened. And Trump tells that story as if he remembers it like it was yesterday. So we're looking at a man who either has the pathology to just make up these events at the drop of a hat without second guessing it, which is total sociopath in my opinion, or he's able to do that and then convince himself that this alternate reality he created is somehow the real truth and those who deny it are the liars. Either way, that's a bad situation. Either way, that shows that, hey, something's not right up here with this man. But this event that he says, he swears totally happened, it didn't. And the FBI busted that lie this week. So will the media hold him accountable? Will people remember that he completely fabricated this entire chain of events? Probably not. And honestly, that might be the worst part of this entire story. If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Fair and Balanced.